Good afternoon, Anarchy. This is Tracy, your host, and we are going to briefly talk about how the women's liberation has ruined the American society. First, let's look at who funded this monstrosity. Well, it was the Rockefeller Foundation. Why? Simple. If you only have half the population working, you can only tax that half. If you have the whole population, adult population working, you can tax them all. And the government does happily tax everybody. How did this happen? Well, women were told from late 1950s up into the 70s that they should want a career of their own income. They were not told that the path to get that income was going to be expensive and time consuming. Nor did they tell them that once you do have children, you will more likely be in your 30s. You will be at higher risk of complications to you and your child, as if you have them at all. They definitely were not told that, oh, by the way, you will still be working after you have a child because you have student loans to pay, which means you will more than likely have to hand this innocent little newborn off to a stranger to raise. Uh, Consequences. Well, consequence number 2 has been fewer and fewer fathers or father figures in the family, in the house. Most women are told, nah, you don't need a man. You need the DNA for the man to have a child, but you don't really need a man. They were also told that if you have a man in your house, you're not going to get any welfare. Take your pick. What has been the result of that? Prisons are overloaded with men who grew up without a father figure to keep them on the straight and narrow. This kind of takes my breath away to think about how absolutely insane it is. Consequence number 2. As I said, women were told they should want a career of their own career, their own finances. About in the late 60s to mid 70s, it got to the point where women in school, young women in school, were told, what do you want to do after school? If you said a homemaker or said home mom, you were scoffed at. You were also told, well, what if that doesn't work out? It doesn't work out. You need to be able to pay your own way through life. You need a degree. You need to go to college. It got to the point that they were told that you cannot give this for an answer. Even if it is what you want, you cannot give that for an answer. So women's liberation has not liberated women, but it actually got them to trade one set of chains for another set. It got them out of the home, got them their own finances, but it also made them a slave to a clock and debt. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not saying that women should go back to being property. Not by any means. Okay, I'm going to leave you links below so you can go look. And, just kind of think about it. Look around you. Look around how people are. That's who I know. Growing up in the 80s, we were not as vicious as we are now. I will see you guys next week.